Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here is we break down psychological, emotional, and coaching related topics into audio format. Got about 475 of those available. If you are a person who is looking to improve the way you communicate, I think it's something we should all focus on. Matter of fact, I wish everyone had to take communication courses in school or something of the sort because wow, bad communication leads to all sorts of problems. Breakdowns in relationships, issues with friendships, work connections, um, misunderstandings, a whole bunch of other things. Look at our political realities to see some challenges on both sides of that equation. But anyway, um, we're going to look at if you're an intelligent person, things to avoid saying today. And if you are looking for a way to improve your communication, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter, and or you can go to the About Me section of this YouTube page and check out the website and go that way as well. So the first thing is taking no responsibility. It's not my fault. Look, in the reality of a situation, shirking blame and or putting blame on someone else does absolutely nothing to sustain a solution. So obviously there are many things in life that are not our fault, but we still have to respond to them. I can give you an example. There were people that were supposed to do things for me in relation to some financial issues that I was having. They didn't get done. Like it or not, they're not doing it doesn't absolve my need to respond to these issues. And so, point being, while it factually wasn't my fault that it didn't get done, it's still my responsibility to ultimately find a solution. And so, intelligent people realize that passing blame doesn't solve problems. Next is it's not my job. This is especially something that is said when people are close to burnout or they're in the workplace and things are just not going in the direction they want them to go, and they're looking for someone else to help them out, take the burden off of them. While this is can be a factual statement and might have every bit of merit from a place of fact. The fact is, if everyone says this isn't my job, then nothing would ever get done in almost any situation. Therefore, it's important to look at the realities of kind of working in a manner which is like, well, okay, it might not be my job, but I'll do it anyway because I have extra time, or I'll help you here or there because I have this ability over there. The next is doing incomplete work. A person who understands that your reputation is built on what you do and how well you do it will not leave things incomplete. Now, it may be tempting to leave things incomplete, certainly if someone else has passed the buck or set you up with what you perceive to be a non effective timeline for things. In other words, they expect too much too quickly. But in reality, passing something in or passing something off as your best work when it's not is detrimental. Um, the next one is probably the most damaging and the thing that we hear the most often, especially now in where we are as a social climate in the Western culture. It's not fair. Well, okay, that is first of all, it's a childish perspective because the honest answer is who told you that life was supposed to be fair? And going even deeper into that, whose version of fair are we upholding? Because someone in life will think that what's happening to you that you see as unfair is fair. They will be able to tell a narrative story that makes things that you see as unfair fair. And when there's that level of discord that is kind of bouncing around, this is fair, this is unfair, blah, 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 ultimately what happens is who gets the power to make that final decision. So in reality, it's better to say sometimes things that happen in life I will perceive to be unfair. It doesn't make them any less likely or more likely to happen. It's how I respond to the things that I perceive to be unfair that gives me power or takes away my power. The next is, saying you're smarter or you know more than another person. Um, Certainly, the more we allude to the illusion of competition that exists when we do comparison related work. I'm smarter, I'm taller, I'm stronger, I'm this, I'm that. It may again be factually evident if someone wants to bear it out, but when you compare yourself as smarter than another person, it's also disrespectful to their own recovery process of kind of seeing their own value, and they may be better and smarter than you at something else down the road, and would you want them to throw their intelligence over something you don't know in your face? So from a kindness perspective, the smarter than you or comparison language is not useful, helpful, or productive to building lasting relationships. Saying, hey, I know how to do that, I've done that before, is a much softer way of saying, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, I know more than you do. No one cares what you know, they care what you show. And so, if you do have knowledge that another person doesn't have, stepping in and taking care of the challenge or problem is a much better way than getting into the comparison game. The next is any phrase that starts with no offense, I don't mean to offend, I'm not trying to. Here's the thing when we put qualifiers of excuse me, I'm not, what we're really doing is saying, I'm giving myself a permission to make an excuse here. So I don't mean to offend you, but I'm going to say something that's probably going to offend you anyway, is what we're really saying. And so how is that really helpful? How is that useful? How does that lead in a positive direction? The next thing is saying that you have a stupid question. The age old saying in response to that, there are no stupid questions, only stupid questioners or stupid answers. Again, it's a frame of reference thing. How does one determine what is a smart question, a stupid question, a good question, a bad question? Just ask your question. Now, don't ask it obsessively or continually. Learn from whatever you're told or instructed to do or how to behave. But at the same time, there is no stupid question because there are no stupid people. There can be stupid or uninformed decisions, but the more knowledge one has, the better they're going to be. The concept of can versus can't, meaning I can't do this, I won't be able to do this, and language that is defeatist before even having a full shot to try. There is the age old saying that what we believe we can do, we can, what we believe we can't do, we won't. And so the belief of what is capable is a large contributing factor to what actually happens in the end. This is neither good nor bad. It's neither positive nor negative. It's just fact that where your mind goes, your actions follow. And so if you start with I might be able to do this, and then move towards I'm doing this, or I'm getting closer, or I'm making progress, it's much better than labeling yourself in the negative and saying I can't, won't, shouldn't, whatever do this. And then the last thing on this list is ultimately, I told you so. So, you know, you may have knowledge and a person may have ignored you, but I told you so is language that doesn't help you get where you want to be, and also it puts another person down, and eventually, from the place of the ego, probably leads to a person becoming angry and frustrated in your general direction. In any event, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.